Renee Patterson has worked as a teacher's aide, earning minimum wage for 10 years. This time last year, her salary was bumped up by more than $1 an hour.
So, staying on a certain budget, you just do everything according to that budget, no matter if you get a nickel, a dime more, whatever the situation might be.
Patterson says her budget still doesn't allow for much. She gets government housing support, doesn't have a credit card, and does most of her shopping at the dollar store. That includes the $10 a month she budgets to decorate her door for upcoming holidays.
To afford to live in this city, to actually have like a decent standard of living, a decent housing, you need at least $15 per hour in D.C.
Jeremiah Lowery of Washington, D.C.'s Fight for 15 campaign stands outside busy metro stations every Wednesday. He recruits advocates for what he calls a living wage.
We're really trying to build up worker power, and that's why we're out here. We're trying to get workers involved in our campaign so it can be worker-led.
His efforts are only one small piece of a bigger nationwide protest to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. For 2 years, all across the country, hundreds of thousands of mainly fast food workers have taken to the streets. They're demanding a higher minimum wage, paid sick leave, and union rights. But economists differ on the effect of raising the minimum wage. Conservative policy analyst Brian Williams says it causes much more harm than good. He uses the example of self-checkouts.
If you're paying somebody more than they're worth, and if an entrepreneur comes along and sells you some sort of a robot or some sort of an app, that can do it for you, then businesses will make that economic decision and they'll just eliminate that position altogether.
But David Cooper of the Economic Policy Institute says that wasn't the case for D.C.
When you raise the minimum wage, it tends to lead to lower turnover. Workers stick around longer. So that actually means lower costs for businesses in terms of recruiting, hiring, and training new workers. It also tends to lead to higher productivity.
3 cities have passed legislation pledging to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Washington, D.C. will put the question to voters next year. Until then, Renee Patterson plans to keep doing what she's doing.
A lot of us do want more, like to have more, but I'm satisfied with what I have, and I know in due time I'll get everything that I've asked for.
For VOA News, Janet Weinstein, Washington.